Hey everybody, Savage8 here. Today we're going to take a look at the new race heroic version. I'll do a second video looking at the iconic version. Just going through the racial tree and what's going on with this new race. So it's the Eladrin. An Eladrin, you can be they're good at melee and casters, so let's make a melee, and you could do any kind of melee. You could do a dagger user kind of melee. You could do a paladin, sacred fist, quarterstaff kind of user. So we're gonna go that route. There. So I didn't plan this too much yet. I just want to get us going. I think that should be enough. I don't know if I need 12 there. I might want to do, if I were doing this for real, I might want to bump that up. You could also do a ranged, which would be quite fun. Let's go back and do a ranged. Yes, class. Ranger. Do I want to do a dark hunter ranger? Yes. There we go. Alright, so now what do I want to do? Intel? So go back here. Do this up. Ooh, this needs to be up more. Is 12 enough? They might be going out too much. I don't know. You know what? I'm going to go this way. And do dex to damage. Oh, you know what? I was thinking the wrong character here. How high up can that go? Search spot. We want to do a little bit of tumble, some UMD, definitely some heal. And we'll do the rest of the jump. Point blank shot, right? And favored enemy. What a hairdo. I'm going to keep it that way. We're going to go chaotic neutral. I'm going to call her Mara. I'll just call her Sada Jade. Let me go. Move this. Yes, I can. So the whole point of this is so you guys can see the Eladrin enhancement tree. Nothing else. Alright, so here we go. In the cores, you get Elven accuracy for 1, 3, and 5 in the cores. And then 2 and 4, you get Eladrin ability, and you can choose between Dex, Intel, or Charisma. So you're not going to be able to do Strength, Con, or Wisdom. So if you have those kind of builds, not going to help you here. Then on Tier 1, you have 2 abilities that are dependent on another ability in the tier. Like the first one is Nothing is Hidden, and your senses are so cute that you no longer need to spend time searching for the obvious, which other characters have that ability to take in an enhancement tree. So you automatically perform a search to check for traps and secret doors if you're close enough to find them. And there's a penalty to that, and the more points you spend, 1, 2, or 3, the penalty goes down. So it starts at -12, then goes -8 and -4. But you have to take Keen Senses first, which is +1 to listen, search, and spot. So if you spend 1 point in Keen Senses, then you can spend 1 point in Nothing is Hidden. 2 and 2, 3 and 3. Same with Phase Step. You disappear and reappear several feet in front of you. You start with 2 charges per rest based on your season. This has an additional effect. Now, when they say based upon your season, as in an Eladrin, you have a feat, which is a toggle. And, oh, they're down here on my toolbar. But it's easier to see up here. So, if you have the Autumn Affinity toggle, you're attuned to the magic of autumn, you gain +1 to wisdom. Spring is +1 to charisma, summer is +1 to strength, and winter is +1 to intel. So too bad about con or dex. You don't get one. So for Phase Step, if you have spring toggle, you gain 20% temporary dodge bonus. So this is clicky. +1% per 2 characters for 10 seconds. Summer is +3 weapon damage with additional ones per 5 character levels for 10 seconds. Autumn is 3 to attack dice, sneak attack dice, and then more per character levels. And winter is +3 to tactical DCs, and then more per 5 character levels. And then for every point you spend in that, you can add a point to Step Through the Fade, and then you can add additional charges to Phase Step. And then the last in Tier 1 is Arcane Fluidity, which is decreasing your spell failure chance while wearing armor up to 15%. And then Tier 2 minor spring attunement, +3, up to +3% dodge. Minor summer attunement. Oh, and then for your spring attunement, if you have that toggle, you can get up to +3 reflex saving throws. Next is minor summer attunement, +1, up to +3 crit hit confirmation. And then if you have the summer toggle, you can have up to +3 fortitude save. Arcanum, there's no toggle, seasonal toggle for this. It's just up to 100 spell points and 3 spell pen. And hang on a sec, I have an alarm going. I'm back. Sorry about that. That was my nightly don't forget to play with Zazo alarm. Alright, so next up in tier 2 is your minor autumn attunement, which is +1 to hit with sneak attacks. And if you have your autumn toggle, you can get up to +3 will savings. So you could get up to +3 to hit with sneak attacks as well. And then lastly in tier 2 is your minor winter attunement, which is up to +3 to hit and +3 physical and magical resistance rating. And then for each of those, you have to have the one below it to get the one above it for tier 3. So major attunements in each of the seasons. So for spring, it's double strike and double shot up to +3, and you can add to your charisma. For summer, it's up to +3 crit and up to +3 strength. For autumn, it's up to +3 sneak attack damage and up to +3 wisdom. Winter, it's up to +3 damage and up to +3 intel. And the one that didn't have an attunement, you can get it if you have 100 or more spell points. You can see invisible creatures and pierce illusions. Now for all the attunements, for the one on tier 2, if you did only 1 point, like +1 dodge for the spring attunement, you can do 1 point +1 double strike and double shot. If you had 2, you can get 2% dodge and 2% double strike and double shot, and so on. Alright, and then as you go up to tier 5, you have to have the one in tier 4, spend 1 point to get up to tier 5. So if you did your major spring attunement, you can get the spring spell Lesser Vigor. If you did your major summer attunement, you can get the summer spell Long Strider. If you did the major autumn attunement, you can get an autumn spell Night Shield. If you did the major winter attunement, you can get the winter spell Blur. And then for the one that didn't have any kind of attunement, you can do a skill, which is +3 double strike, +3 double shot, +3 dodge, and you also bypass 3% dodge. So I think the Eladrin tree is a pretty cool tree. It's got some stuff in it that, depending on your build, like if you're an assassin build, a lot of the sneak attack stuff is a nice additional add-on, like +1 to hit with sneak attacks, +1 sneak attack damage. Those are nice. When you're in autumn, as you do the clicky and phase step, you gain +3 sneak attack dice, plus more per 3 character levels for 10 seconds. Cooldown is 10 seconds. That's a nice clicky to have. I like all those sneak attack dice. But you'd have to spend quite a few points in the tree to get all the cool stuff, right? If you didn't have all the racial past lives, would you be willing to give up things in other trees to spend it in the Eladrin tree? I'm not sure. But if you have those 16 points from racial completionists, absolutely, this would be a great tree. Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. Alright, so that's a quick look at the Eladrin tree. I may play it later, but as you could hear from the alarm, maybe you heard from my alarm going off, it's time to play with Zazo now. So I hope to play this later on. I'm going to quickly get her up to 32 and see how she does it cap, and I might record it. But I am going to, before I do that, get on later and record the iconic version of this and look at the iconic stuff, and hopefully you watch that too. Thanks for watching.